Maya sat across the small cafe table from Julian, watching as he checked his polished wristwatch for the fourth time in 10 minutes. The ambient cheer of the Chestnut Cafe, filled with the scent of cinnamon and cheerful carols, felt like a cruel joke against the profound silence that had settled between them. It was December 23rd, the eve of Christmas Eve, and Maya had expected a spark, a hint of holiday magic. Julian, in his sharp suit and colder-than-December demeanor, felt less like a potential partner and more like an audit of her life choices. She was 32, a children's book illustrator with a soft heart and a house full of art supplies, but no one to share her quiet dreams with. The date, arranged by her well-meaning friend, had been a total freeze-out. Julian talked about market trends, she talked about character sketches. They were worlds apart, and the chasm between them was growing by the minute. "Look, Maya, you're very nice." "Sweet, even," Julian sighed, finally addressing the elephant in the room that was his utter disinterest. "But I think we both know there's no real magic here, do we? It's Christmas. I want a spark. This is more of a gentle smolder that's about to go out." He signaled for the check with a dismissive wave, not even making eye contact as he finalized her rejection. "I don't want to waste your time or mine." The words weren't cruel, but they were delivered with a detachment that stung more than anger ever could. It was the final affirmation that yet another attempt at connection had failed, leaving her feeling utterly alone on one of the most family-centric holidays of the year. Minutes later, Maya was outside in the biting wind, the snow falling heavier now, covering the cheerful red bows that decorated the town square. Tears blurred her vision, mixing with the snowflakes on her cheeks. The rejection wasn't just about Julian, it was about every lonely holiday meal, every quiet weekend, every dream of a cozy family life that felt increasingly out of reach. She walked without thinking, needing to escape the cheerful glow of the cafe and the pity she imagined on her friend's face when she told her the date was a bust. She found an empty bench under an old oak tree in the town square, covered in a fresh blanket of white, and just sat, letting the biting cold numb the sting of her wounded pride. The world felt monochrome and empty. A small voice cut through the silence, high and clear, like a silver bell. "Excuse me, ma'am. Are you okay?" Maya looked down. Standing in front of her was a little girl, maybe 6 years old, wearing a bright pink snowsuit and the whitest, most earnest green eyes Maya had ever seen. The girl held a slightly squashed gingerbread cookie out to her. Maya quickly wiped her face. "Oh. Yes, I'm fine, sweetheart. Just enjoying the snow." "You were crying," the girl stated, an observation, not an accusation. "Mommy says gingerbread makes everything better." Maya managed a watery smile and accepted the cookie. "Thank you. That's very kind." A woman's voice called out from nearby. "Lily. There you are, I was wondering where you scampered off to." A couple walked toward the bench, smiling gently. A picture-perfect family approaching a broken woman on a bench. Lily didn't budge. She stared intently at Maya. "Are you alone for Christmas?" The directness of the question made Maya flinch. "Sort of, yeah." Lily stepped closer, thinking hard. Then, she looked up at her parents. "Mommy, Daddy," Lily announced with profound seriousness, "I asked her if she could be my new mom." The square went silent. Maya froze, mortified. The girl's parents looked stunned. "Lily, that's not how it works," the woman whispered, kneeling down quickly. "But she's sad, and she looks like my drawing." Lily insisted, stamping a foot. She turned back to Maya, her eyes hopeful. "Can you? We have lots of room. And a dog named Comet." The man knelt down too, a deep, easy chuckle starting in his chest. "I am so sorry. Lily tends to recruit people." He extended a large, warm hand to Maya. "I'm David. This is Sarah, and our ambitious matchmaker, Lily." "Maya," she replied, taking his hand. His grip was firm and immediately comforting. A different kind of warmth than the artificial heat of the cafe. "We just lost our little one," Sarah explained softly, a genuine sadness touching her eyes that Maya recognized instantly as grief, not pity. "To an illness. We were just talking about maybe fostering a child, once we're ready," David finished, his gaze lingering on Maya with an intensity that made her heart flutter, a very different feeling from the anxiety Julian had caused. "It feels too quiet in our house." An hour later, Maya found herself not crying into a frozen dinner, but sitting in a cozy living room with a real fire crackling in a stone fireplace. David and Sarah shared their story of love and loss, their challenges, and their dreams. They were flawed, human, and incredibly real. David kept looking at her, asking her real questions about her art, about what she wanted from life. He fixed her perpetually squeaky front door hinge without being asked when he dropped her home. The date had been a failure, but it had led her to a moment of pure, unexpected connection that felt more real than any forced magic. Over the next week, Maya became a fixture in their lives. She baked cookies with Lily, went sledding with David and Sarah, and found a home for her quiet dreams within their imperfect but loving circle. The sting of rejection faded, replaced by the warm glow of genuine connection. On Christmas Day, she went to their house. The quiet loneliness was replaced by laughter, a happy dog named Comet, and the smell of pine and roast beef. When David kissed her under the mistletoe, it didn't feel like a forced, magical spark, but the warm, steady reality of belonging. 6 months later, they officially became a family. Maya married David, became Lily's stepmom, and found a home she never knew she was looking for. The story of the Christmas rejection became their favorite tale, the moment Maya got a lump of coal, only to find the brightest diamond waiting on a snowy bench in the town square. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most painful rejections are simply redirections, making room for the people you were always meant to find, proving that the best kind of magic happens when you least expect it.